It's time to talk about the best of the
Foundation.
And of course, the best of
the WGP.
With the addition of a Smark psychology podcast twist. 30-minute time limit. 2 matches of the night from last night. 1 from WGP, 1 from the Foundation. Along with the important show highlights. The owner of WGP and Foundation, Hollywood Haywood, teams up with the CEO and creator of Smark Psychology Podcast, The Prophecy, King Mac Millie, as they bring to you Good Golly Psychology.
Good golly.
Psychology, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, smarks and marks all over the world. Yes, well, we are here. You hear the voices, you hear the familiar sounds, but it's a different type of vibe and a different type of show. So let me go ahead and let you know what's going on. But first of all, it's time for that introduction. To be the CEO of this here show, you know what I'm saying? Or at least on the smart side, if you can feel me. The Prophecy King Mac Millie, and I did not come alone. I came with
Hollywood Haywood, the owner of WGP and the Foundation, the creator of the PROMOVERSE, and we are here for Good Golly Psychology to talk about the first ever promo double feature that we witnessed last night as Friday Night Blueprint and WGP Havoc both took center stage.
both took center stage, so we might as well do the same thing. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
How you doing, Mac? It is so good to be here and talk about the amazing performances that we saw last night, and there is a lot to talk about.
Man, a lot to talk about, and I'm excited because it was a pretty damn good show. But I can figure, since you are within the know of everything that is the WGP and Foundation, that you would just be that play-by-play man, and I get a color commentary. What you think about that?
I think that makes perfect sense, Max. So let's dive into it if we can with the Foundation and their opening matchup. Their opening matchup was none other than one of, if not the best matches on the card. It saw Hector Flores, a longtime staple in both the Foundation and WGP, taking on newcomer Glenn Sexton. Not new to the Promoverse, but very new to the Foundation. And I've got to tell you, we're going to talk about this match a little bit closer because this was a match that really took me by surprise.
Oh, yeah? What
Yes.
was surprising about it for you?
Okay, so when you look at this match on paper, you're looking at it and you're saying, well, this looks like a great debut. This looks like this is how Glenn Sexton is going to debut here in the Foundation. But Hector was not to be pushed around, as we saw last night.
Yes, indeed.
What we've noticed is Hector has really upped his game. Hector has really started to evolve and fit into what Hector Flores is supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't know what he's done or what he's figured out or what he's captured, but I like it for him because it brings more confidence into his character, gives him a little bit more guff to get up there and step in front of some people that's real tough. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see how this moves forward. But this match right here, talk about it a little bit.
And let's talk about it, because when you look at this match, it is not what I would call a flashy match. It's not got all the bells and whistles that you will see on some of these promo stars that come out here and do what they do. But what this match did have was a lot of fundamentals. They checked a lot of the boxes off that you're looking for when you strip away all the bells and whistles of promos that give promos a little extra. These guys checked all the boxes. Great delivery, great attacks. They knew very little about each other going into this, and you would have thought they had been feuding for years.
Yeah.
This match was so close that the general manager has already booked them to fight again to get a shot at the Prototype Championship. So it'll be interesting, Mac, to see if Glenn Sexton can figure out what went wrong in this very close match.
Yeah.
And turn it around and earn him a Prototype championship opportunity at Gully Guns in the future.
Or to see if Hector can add on to what he is that he's been doing to really have that shootout that we're looking for between Hector Flores and Gully Guns. Like, it's crazy. And Gully's hot right now.
Gully is very hot all over the Promoverse. Gully Guns picking up wins. And one of these two men earned the right to fight again, to earn the right to face Gully Guns. So there's a lot that's going to be at stake. Kudos to our general manager, Pete Wall, for making that match during the show.
Yeah.
So very, very good stuff.
Hey, Glenn Sexton, Hector Flores, y'all make sure y'all do y'all homework and y'all prepare, because I guarantee you the Prototype champion is watching and he's got his gun. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna be staring down a serious barrel. But that's a great opportunity. Rise to it.
That's right. Absolutely. Opportunity isn't just going to be going to be something that's going to be easy. You've got to earn it. And both of these guys have a shot to earn it. And hopefully they amp it up a notch to where when they get to Gully, whichever one does, they're ready.
Oh, man. Hey, we got to get to some more highlights, because it was a lot that happened on this show. And I know a lot of people are expecting us to talk about certain things. But why do we need to talk about those things when you're already talking about it? You feel me? So we might just bring you some other things that we need to talk about as well, like the new judging system.
Right. The new judging system was in full effect for the Promo Double Feature. Promo Double Feature, new judging. Let me tell you, I've been very hands-on with overhauling this judging system. What we have done is we have eliminated you ever wondering, why didn't I win by more? Why did I lose by so much?
Did I lose by one?
Why did I only lost by one? Now there is none of that. The judges, they want to feel what you're trying to make them feel. They want to see a fight. They want to have fun, and they want to see a good delivery. That's what they're looking for. That's how they're coming to these results, and they're picking a winner. And everybody that has competed last night should already have their feedback, and if they don't get with me, you will get it. It will not be going on the page anymore. It'll be going straight to your inboxes, and I am very confident in the new judging system, which also helped us determine the winner of this next match, Kevin Wolf versus The Unfiltered. Now let me tell you, Kevin Wolf, what a tall task. I mean, if you don't know who The Unfiltered is,
very tall task.
You've been living under a rock, but let me tell you from the owner's perspective. When I approached Kevin Wolf with this match, I was not met with resentment. I was not met with fear. I was met with excitement. Kevin Wolf was excited for this match. He could not have been more excited, because Kevin Wolf is one of those guys, Matt, that he wants to challenge himself. And I wish we had more of that in this game.
Yeah.
Now,
that recognizes that it's a big task, and it's like, I want to step up to that.
Right. He's not running from this. He knows what he's getting himself into, and it shows in the match. The Unfiltered, now I thought I knew what we were going to get from him. Yeah. But he comes out, gives us something we've really never seen much before from him. And it just proves to you that even with the guys that are really seasoned, even when you think you know what they're going to do, they flip it up. The Unfiltered picks up a big win, but Kevin Mack should not take anything away from this other than he's close. And he just needs to up it up just a little bit more.
Definitely. I mean, he's a champion in other places, you know what I'm saying, doing other...
PDA, he was recently their Diamond in the Rough champion, but he's a champion in Elite Marks, the Pipe Bomb champion.
Yep.
Kevin Wolf is what a lot of these younger guys or newer guys
strive for,
because Kevin is trying to tell you engaging stories all while kicking your ass in a promo.
All while kicking your ass in the promo.
Unfortunately, last night, he ran up against what many would say is the Andre Giant of the promo game. He ran up against the Unfiltered, but he did it bravely. And I'll leave it at that.
Not many survived the Grant Miller. Not many survived that man right there. He's definitely one to be timid by. Not me by any chance. Like, I can't wait for that one-on-one because I know it's happening, so I ain't rushing to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be crazy. But over there on WGP, because it's been dead for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Even though there's been some type of life, that's been less, and we're gonna get back to that. But bringing it back up with some new energy, and we got ourselves a new host.
The new host, Nova Havoc. And what can I say about Nova Havoc other than she is the exact opposite of me? I mean, she came in last night. She commanded attention on the screen as she hosted and guided WGP through its new era, and what I would call one of the most chaotic shows we've seen in a long time. WGP didn't come back quietly.
Yeah, not at all.
They came back with attitude, with gumption, with a bang, and I'm going to talk more about WGP here soon. But we got to talk about Gene and Briggy and Foundation. I mean, Briggy's career is on the line every time he fights, man.
Every time.
A lot of people don't know the history between Gene and Briggy. They are original members of the Badass Club, faction mates, best friends, brothers, so much history. And we just knew Gene wanted to be the one to retire his friend Briggy.
You see his match on the deck. I'm gonna beat your ass. Post.
Yeah, look. He walked into that match smiling. I'm gonna take good Golly Briggy out. But it didn't happen.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. Gene makes his return. Briggy lives to fight another day. It was, buddy, it was like going down memory lane.
I don't think Briggy actually wants to leave. You know, you get into this game and you catch that bug, and then you go against somebody that really make you think like, maybe I got some steam left in this.
And Briggy, I will tell you, after he found out the result last night, was already knocking on Pete Wall's door, Hunter Matthews' door, because remember, Briggy can play in either place.
Anywhere, yeah.
Anywhere. He's knocking on both of their doors. Who's next? Goldberg style.
Yeah.
Who is next? Because Briggy is like, I'm taking on anybody, everybody, until I lose, and then I'm done. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, the sky's the limit for him.
That's crazy, and it's absolute havoc. But speaking of havoc, you know what I'm saying?
This was a match.
We got some debuts.
Yeah, we have 2 debuts. Deviant's more of a return, but it might as well be a debut.
Might as well. He's a brand new Deviant.
Right, it's a brand new Deviant. He's a member of the faction that finally all came together last night. We'll talk about that later. The Cured. But we had 2 dark personas going up against each other. And anytime you have 2 dark personas going up against each other, you set yourself up for, this is either going to be great, or it could be, this was pretty good. I'm going to talk about Deviant for a second. Deviant is somebody who, much like Hector Flores, but in a different way, has really been up in his game. I know he gets a lot of hate in places he goes, but if people could get past that and forget that and just watch Deviant, Matt.
Yeah.
He deserves to exist in this space. I'm going to say that. He deserves to exist in this space because he's creative. His promos are fun to watch, and I'm not into the dark stuff. I'm really not. But his are fun to watch. I can follow them. On the same token, Allison Black. who I think you might have been more familiar with than
Yes,
I
sir.
was.
Yes, sir.
Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about Allison Black. I only know what I saw last night.
I mean, she's been doing her work over in EMP for sure. Definitely doing her damn thing. Coming up in the ranks, you know, she's on the side of Mad T. You figure deal me, so she's got somebody right there by her side that she can learn from and pull from and everything. And like I said, she's a champion herself. And actually over in EMP, she has just been announced as my next challenger for my Overcharged Championship. And we've talked privately about a few things and everything. So it's really just going to be one of those type of battles where it's like, learn something,
Right.
cool. And just like Kevin Wolf, she's not walking away from a challenge either. She recognized what greatness is, and she wants a piece of it because that's what she wants to become. So
Right.
here in the foundation, she already knew the type. In WGP and the foundation, she already knew what the roster was looking like, the type of talent that was over here, and what she was up against. She said, "Yeah, I want it. I want in."
And she showed up last night.
Mhm.
This match to me is very much in a different way, but very much on the level of where I talked about Glenn Sexton and Hector Flores. As both of these competitors, in my opinion, overperformed based on what I thought we were going to get.
Yeah.
Allison comes away with the win. Deviant, though, the future looks bright. A member of the Cure. Oh, God, let's talk about the Cure. Let's talk about the Cure.
Yeah. We might as
Get
well.
on to Alpha versus what we thought.
We thought
Alpha was going to take on the Smarkest Warrior. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, Smarkest Warrior is...
Who?
Yeah, exactly. Who? Because he's gone. He's gone because the Cure. For weeks, we had been getting videos, seeing Berserko without his mask, seeing Cruella being humanized as a vampire, seeing Deviant without his mask and just the paint. And, all led by this mysterious doctor. Well, last night, the doctor was in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Doctor was in. They took out the Smarkest Warrior. They brought back Luke Thompson, who will now be the illusionist. And we get the big reveal that the doctor all along has been vain.
Yeah.
And they call themselves the Cure. This WGP's in trouble, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going through my repetitions because as it seems like my squadron is breaking down and we've been split apart and now it's at a 3 because Bones is retired. You know what I'm saying? So I'm over here on the foundation by myself. We got Lip Fuse and Grayson Lee over there, and I don't know. We're gonna have to respond some type of way to this faction. We're gonna have to figure it out. I pull some strings and make some.
And here's the crazy thing: they are all there, and what I can't figure out. So Alpha technically picks up the win, okay? But my question is, and we need to figure this out. We might need to get our old investigative reporter on this, Mr. Smirnoff, who used to do the investigative reporting, because they didn't take out Alpha.
Yeah, nah. And you know, it might be tied into a GOP thing, and that's something that we're gonna get into later, because it's crazy. Like, I mean, so many factions, you know what I'm saying, go through and cause damage and harm, but it could be a faction on faction attack on us, or because we know
I don't know what it is, but I can tell you that the Smarkest Warrior may not ever be seen again.
Yeah.
So these guys mean business. And I thought, to backtrack a little bit, because we didn't talk about this, anybody that missed the intermission and saw essentially Franklin Benjamin's filibuster, it can be aired in its full entirety on the page. It was put on the page after the show.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be the most shocking thing.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy tried to take over intermission.
Yeah. I mean, and I appreciate 5 minutes of his attention. I really do.
5? It was like 9. It was like 9.
I was like, is he ever going to stop talking about me? When is it going to transition?
but the Cure are here. I don't know what their intentions are, but they're here.
Now, We had a 10-minute marker, 10 minutes to go to 30 minutes, and I already know how this is about to go. We gonna get into it. We gonna get into it for sure. But I kind of feel like we're gonna have to hit some sudden death for the first episode, because how can we not? Because we just came into the new year with a show this damn great. How do we not talk about these things for as long as we can? But it comes down to this. We're supposed to be breaking down the top 2 matches from these shows. We've pretty much discussed and commented on a little bit of everything, almost to a degree, but these championship matches, oh my God.
We have one more WGP match to talk about, though, before we can go into the matches of the night.
Indeed.
Dash Mars and SNES, both guys who I believe are on their way out of the business. SNES already unretired once.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be Dash Mars's last match. And I got to tell you, Dash Mars goes out with a win.
Yeah.
SNES, I don't know if he needed to be re-energized after fighting Genesis a few weeks back. I don't know. But Dash Mars, congratulations, Dash.
Indeed.
Congratulations on a big win, on a good career, and we will wish you well in your future endeavors. But let's get down to these matches.
Give him the congratulations while his middle fingers is up is crazy, but
I know. People want to be trendy.
Oh man, which one of these matches do you want to touch on first? Because geez.
So let's do that, Mac. We had 2 great matches. So for Foundation, we had match of the night was your main event. It won't always be your match of the night, but it was tonight. Let's talk about this match. Pretty Petty Peterson, former Blueprint champion, lost it to Mad T, cashing in his rematch clause.
Immediately.
And last night we saw a different Pretty Petty Peterson than we have ever seen.
Yeah.
The petty kind of went away. Last night I think we need to call him Pretty Pissy Peterson, because he was angry. He was upset. And he cut a true heel promo that didn't cross any lines.
Yeah.
Didn't break any rules.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything. He attacked the character Mad T.
Yeah.
And it was good.
Yeah.
Let's flip the coin.
Go ahead.
Mad T not comfortable in this role. Dare I say, cut maybe a little bit of a tearjerker of a promo.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get into my spiel, so you go ahead.
Mad T leaning into his face persona, cutting a true face promo, and I can say that because I did it for years.
Mm-hmm.
As true a face promo as you can get. Judges were conflicted. It ended up being unanimous though, after they watched several times.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give Mad T one piece of advice, as from a former great face to another soon to be great face, in my opinion. He called his opponent, he told his opponent that he had no business fighting him for this championship, and a face would not do that.
Yeah.
And I think that is ultimately what cost Mad T. That took the believability out of it, because the face he was portraying, in my opinion, would have taken on all comers, would have tried to talk his opponent out of fighting. So that was the discrepancy there. What's your take on it, man?
Yeah, so you finished on Mad T, so I'm going to start back on him. Pause. 30 seconds into this match, right? Mad T hit me in the feels 30 seconds in. Because I'm going backwards now since the result was what it was. You feel me?
Right.
30 seconds in, Mad T hit me in the feels and I cried immediately. Seriously, like no bullshit. I said, he said the pressure of being champ, the pressure of being the hero when he's been nothing but a piece of shit. Like, oh my God. I was just like, that true words have never been said. He said people are chanting for him to be something that he doesn't even know he could even be. And I said, woo-wee, come on, Mad T. Come on, man. Give it to me.
And he had me too.
Give it to me.
I'm in the moment with him. There. You got me.
I'm like, that's dangerous if he could click in and stay in there if he wants to be there. And then he brings in how the OGs rule over GOP, and it got me thinking. I said, that sounds familiar. Puts over Pretty P, and I'm like, cool, which puts over T, because he then held the title that they were fighting over here.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? That elevated it even more in that moment, you know what I'm saying, as he was doing that. But he also told P to challenge Franklin Benjamin for the Defiance Championship, a championship that he's now holding. So I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. I'm like, you're taking away from yourself. And he also mentioned backwardsly that he had won the Blueprint Championship and then the Defiance, but then said he won the Defiance and then the Blueprint. So I'm like, Matt T, you confusing me, bro. Which one is it?
Right.
You know, so that there were those marks in there that was throwing it off. But I'm like, man.
But he's almost got the perfect.
He's almost there because he's dropped the ego. He's picked up the humility. A clear transition from a heel to a baby. This is a memory of success, even though he lost his championship. Keep that, Mad T. Build upon it if that's something that.
Right. I really want Mad T to walk out of this match going, I can still win doing what I'm doing. I just need to tweak a few things.
Yeah.
And I promise, Mad T, that I think that if you listen to what me and Mac are saying, I think you got a real good shot at getting your title back again.
Yeah, because it was a crazy match. I'm gonna have to watch it again. Like there's a few times I was promo match.
The best match for the Foundation.
Yeah.
So it wins for Foundation match of the night.
All right, so hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and give them a point or whatever, but I got to get into Triple P. You know what I'm saying? Because he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing, and I feel like I sound like Stephen A. just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Triple and I might as well sound like Stephen A. because of the theme that Triple P went with. This is the Triple P that looks exactly how Mad T painted him in his promo.
Yes.
Bigger than the Blueprint Championship.
Yes.
Which raised the stock of that championship yet again in this match. So much more because Pretty P said you don't deserve this championship and you barely got the win. What I was watching, I was like, this is magnificent. P goes full fucking heel here, still with the pink background, but he's got a leather jacket on now, got the shirt open, chest out. I said, this man is coming.
Buddy, I was picking up prime heel Seth Rollins vibes.
Oh yeah. I said, this man came to play ball, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like, and he tears down the whole babyface persona and act that Mad T is trying to put on, and he goes full 23 with his tongue out on him. I'm like,
and and then he goes, fuck them kids.
Man, fuck them kids. Like, yeah, they had Christmas, and so what if they celebrated your championship? Get that shit back. And I said, oh.
Yeah.
And then the haymaker of the match for me, he told him he didn't even talk about his dick. Not once. He said, you know what? What's more important than my dick is this dick named Mad T. And then called him out for not being able to carry a company on his back. So how the hell you think you gonna hold my strap? I said, man, come on, man. Come on. So definitely a well-earned win to get that championship back. And I don't know how I feel because when the Smarks came into the Foundation, we was trying to break down the GOP. And we were doing the damn thing, but now all of a sudden they got all the damn gold back.
They got it all back. It doesn't take long. They got all the Foundation gold except for that prototype title.
Man, so, we gonna have to get that back. But as we near sudden death, y'all already know what it is that we gotta talk about because there was one match left.
Now this is what everyone should be striving for.
Man,
this is not only Mac. The WGP match of the night. This is the match of the good golly night. The returning Master Shump of the longest reigning Havoc champion of all time, taking on Lit Fuse. Wow. I'm going to sum this match up with the line that won it. Because I'm going to say something that I've never publicly said out loud. I've said it to people privately. In my opinion, there are lines in a promo that people can't come back from if they don't counter them in their promo.
Especially if it's going to go along with it.
Lit Fuse has a line in his promo that despite how magnificent and amazing and good Master Sean Puff's promo was, there's no coming back from it. Lit Fuse says, if you are the harbinger of havoc, I am the embodiment of havoc, and that makes you my harbinger. And I take that as him calling him his bitch. That's how I take it. And once he does that, in my opinion, unless Master Sean Puff would have had something in his promo that countered that, which he didn't. In fact, he reminds you many times that he is the harbinger of havoc. So effectively, with Lit Fuse just saying that one line, as far as I see it, I'm not saying how the judges saw it, but effectively, he shuts his whole promo down.
Yeah.
He shuts it all down with one line. Not to
audience,
mention the whole rest of it is solid too.
Man.
So,
to bring the audience in on a little bit of a backstory, this feud in between the Master Sean Puff and who is now known as Lit Fuse started back in BXT a year and a half ago, actually, because the Master was actually feuding with me. And so within that, it became a thing. And around that time, I didn't really like Sean Puff too much. Not at all, if you ask me, and we didn't. So my whole thing was, I don't want to promo against this guy, and he's annoying the shit out of me. So anywhere where he is, I want to be away from him. I'm tired of having matches with him. So I beat him for the BXT championship. It was a tie, but I pulled out the victory. And I said, you know what? I know he's going to try to come back for this. And usually I would let the next person or let the former champ come back because I don't like ties like that. But I just didn't like him. So I said, look, I put together a plan that he just does not believe is true. But I said, look, Lit Fuse, he could go back, he could talk to Bobby Miller and all that, because I said, hey, he could have his shot back, make him run through all the smarks like he said he was going to do, since he think he that big and bad. I know that's going to give me enough time to do what I'm going to do, which is get rid of this championship so I can challenge Bobby Miller for the BWO championship that following January, because this was happening in December. So I went to Lit Fuse, who was being foolish, and I'm like, yo, mention Franklin Benjamin and mention Havoc, or mention Sean Puff. Throw it all together, merge it, and just murky it up and make sure that you don't win this match so that he cannot run the table to get a match at me so I can get rid of this title. So when I did that, Sean Puff won. He won by 8 points, which you all heard him mention so much. But then he came back because at that time, we were tag team champions now. So he's just, I got to take a belt from them. They took one from me, I got to take one from them type thing. So he brings Jack Saban into the fold, and that didn't work out well for him. So there's a lot of story going on back in
a lot of history going around multiple organizations. And honestly, Lit Fuse beating Master Sean Puff is a very that has a lot of significance.
Yeah.
It's a big deal because Sean Puff was what Lit Fuse now is, the embodiment of Havoc, but he just never would call himself that.
I will say, because this is how I broke it down, right? The Master comes back looking brand new, but looking familiar, very familiar, and we know why. Us Smarks tend to think that the Master and maybe even Franklin Benjamin tends to bite a few things off of our creativity, but it is what it is. You know, make it whatever you want to make it into. But it was definitely a great song choice that you chose, Master. I love that. Set the tone for the match, and just the history lesson on both ends from both ways, from which I just told y'all. Master almost had a haymaker. He almost had a haymaker. He hit him hard. He dazed him. I said, oh shit, not my boy. Not my boy. When he told him that, what did he say? He said that I killed Foolish and born Lit Fuse. I said, ooh,
I remember that line now, yeah.
You almost had it because Foolish existed for a couple of months after their match in BXT. So I'm like, if he hadn't, I would have gave him that haymaker. But Lit Fuse had a better haymaker, and the one that knocked him out, and he had some punches that stunned him to lead up to that last one.
Oh yeah. And let me just say this, both guys, I mean, we're picking pepper out of fly shit.
Yeah.
Let's be honest with each other. Both of these promos, if we still have points, would be very highly scored.
Yeah.
And it would be one of those matches that everybody looks at and they're like, I can see either guy winning.
Yeah.
But really, when you break it down, it comes down to me to that line. It comes down to that one line, because both of them were great everywhere else.
Here's what supports that one line so much more. The Harbinger of Havoc is telling y'all that he was the longest reigning champion. The longest reigning champion that Lip Fuse holds. And that this is actually his show. And that he's back to reclaim and to make it into what he already knows is going to be. The only problem with that was that Lip Fuse beat the man named Lifeless, who was the man that beat you and ended your longest reign. Lifeless, after his title loss and defeat to Lip Fuse, has disappeared from every league that he was in.
Yes.
So only did he knock out the man that ended your longest reign, he called you his bitch. You can't come back.
Yeah, you can't. Now, will they cross paths again? They might. They might.
And the crazy thing about it, I think that we didn't even go into sudden death. What do you think? It may be.
But now I've got to pick the match of the whole show to give the point away. Because somebody's got to win, right? WGP or Foundation. Now, I want to make it very clear. The match, each league is going to have a match of the night. Every week. Mm-hmm. They're going to have a match of the night. And then there's going to be an overall match of the night. The overall match of the night will score you 1 point. Okay? Then the league that wins the overall night will also score you 1 point. Now, it just so happens that on this week, WGP's match of the night is the overall match of the night. Give them 1 point, Mac, if you could.
I jumped the gun because I was so damn excited.
I know we're all excited. We're good, golly excited. And then I'm going to give another point to WGP and give them the overall better show of the night. And
I don't know if I appreciate that or not. Because I was on the Foundation. And I made an announcement that is crazy in this bitch, but it's all good. It's all right. We go.
Look, Mac, I know you opened the show very hot, but honestly, what tips WGP over the edge for me is honestly what could have been the biggest blunder.
Yeah.
And that was the Smarkish Warrior.
Yeah.
The Cured coming out, I mean, all the matches are on par with each other. They have the match of the night, the whole night. And then you got the Cured showing up. I just thought they deserve to win the night. So WGP goes up 2-0 against the Foundation.
Yeah. It happens. But it's okay. Because Foundation, we're going to come back strong next week because we got ourselves a crazy card. I know I'm on it. And I know other people are on it, but you want to know how you are going to know who's on it? Make sure that you tapping into the Foundation Promo League page on Facebook. Make sure you tapping into the WGP page on Facebook. And while you're at it, go ahead and tap into Smark Psychology podcast page on Facebook. Let's all bring this together inside this E-Fed Promoverse world that we are living in. And let's just have some fun and talk about wrestling and live with shit, man. Like, come on, man. What we doing?
Absolutely. Let's do that. And, you know, Mac, I'm ready to wish everybody a happy Saturday. And
oh, man.
Let's show them what they can expect at the next promo, Good Golly, double feature. We'll see you next time.
The bodies begin to drop here in the Foundation as Blunt Row goes toe-to-toe with Biker Bob. Jack Saban tries to unravel the prophecy. King Mac Millie. Tiny Tyler Peterson looks to slip past Justice Vigilante. Foundation's main event of the evening. David versus Goliath. Hector Flores tries to conquer the mountain. Glenn Sexton.
One's the master of mind games, the other's a master of illusions. The illusionist Lou Thompson takes on the 3 most dangerous letters in promo, AEP. The debuting Berserko faces the truly righteous Soulstar. Grayson Lee makes his debut against Mama Purge. The score is 3-0. Jimmy leads as he takes on Johnny Candid in what could be the final match of their best of 7 series.
No. Wait, don't you dare cut me off. Don't you dare roll the credits. Don't you dare fade this out. This is not a promo. This is a declaration. And declarations don't end on your schedule. Franklin Benjamin decides when this ends. Believe me. Hell, let's talk about fake narratives for a second. There are so many fake narratives running around the Promoverse. There's a lot of fake narratives out there. Fake analysts, fake insiders, fake experts who have never won anything in their lives telling you how Franklin Benjamin wins. They don't know. They've never known. And they never will. And you notice something? Have you noticed this? Every place I go, suddenly the rules change. Suddenly the judges get weird. Suddenly the voting gets funny. Suddenly the system starts malfunctioning. That's not coincidence. That's fear. That's panic. That's people realizing they backed the wrong damn horse. Hell, everywhere I go, I leave bodies and broken narratives. Every company I touch changes. Every championship I hold becomes more valuable. It's not an opinion. That's a fact. Look at the numbers. Look at the reactions. Look at the panic. BWO. Yeah, you, the so-called culture, the gatekeepers, the self-appointed tastemakers who haven't tasted relevance in years. You don't build stars, you stall them. You don't elevate, you exploit them. You hoard opportunity and call it leadership. And you hate Franklin Benjamin because I didn't need your blessing. I didn't wait my turn. I walked right past you and took what I wanted. And now you're forced to watch me win without you. That eats at you, and I love it. EMP, oh EMP, Blumro, Wapo, accusing me and using ChatGPT. Fake news, absolute fake news, total fabrication. Meanwhile, you're over there letting AI write your hypes, design your visuals, pick your fonts, think your thoughts. You outsource creativity and cry when someone does it better organically. I don't use the machine, I am the machine, I am the algorithm. I decide what trends, I decide what dies, and you're mad because you can't keep up. And let's not forget about Defiance. Let's not dance around it. You screwed me, you robbed me, you cheapened the Defiance World Championship, you turned something sacred into something political. You watered it down until it meant nothing. Congratulations, you killed your own legacy. But don't worry, I'm coming back. And when I take that title back, I'm gonna remind everyone what I looked like before you got your hands on it. Elite, unbelievable. Those judges last year, incompetent, embarrassing, a disgrace, and you kept them. You protected failure. You rewarded mediocrity. That tells me everything I need to know about your leadership. Franklin Benjamin would have fired him instantly. No severance, no explanation. Gone, you're fired. The World Cup. I don't know why people keep pretending this is a conversation. In 2026, I'm winning it. Period. I don't care who enters. I don't care who complains. I don't care who thinks they're owed something. I turn tournaments into funerals. Save the clip. Bookmark it. Because when it happens, I don't want excuses. I want apologies. I hear it all the time. Franklin's controversial. You know what that really means? Franklin's effective. Winners are always controversial. Losers love rules. Losers love committees. Losers love explanations. Winners love results. And my results are huge. Phil Marshall, you say you assassinated Franklin Benjamin? Assassinated? Fake news. You grazed me. A nick, a scratch, and now I'm back. Louder, sharper, hungrier, coming for that title too. You didn't end me, you activated me. Worst decision you ever made. And Defiance fans, yeah, you're not safe either. Voting Golly guns into that unsanctioned match, that's what you wanted, that's your hero. You made your choice, and I never forget choices. I remember faces, I remember votes. You don't boo me, I boo you. And while we're here, while the music's still playing and you're all hoping I wrap this up, let me make something painfully clear. This isn't a crash out, this isn't a meltdown. They keep saying, this is the crash out era. No, this is the cleanup era. This is the accountability era. This is the era where Franklin Benjamin collects everything he was denied. People ask if I'm angry. No, I'm focused. Anger is for people who are losing. I'm winning too much to be angry. This is a victory lap that never ends. This is what happens when a villain wins and realizes nobody can stop him. 2026, I'm taking everything. Titles, spots, opportunities, respect. I'm bulldozing doubts, rewriting history, humiliating doubters, and collecting debts. Everyone who laughed, everyone who doubted, everyone who whispered, you're all on the list. This isn't arrogance. This isn't inevitability. This isn't hype. This is policy. This isn't noise. This is law. Get used to this voice. Get used to this gold. Get used to losing because Franklin Benjamin isn't going anywhere. I decide when this ends. And to everyone who thought this reign would be temporary, short term, transitional, I've got bad news for you. Very bad news. This isn't going away. This is getting worse. You can boo it. You can hate it. You can tweet about it. You can cry about it in private group chats. None of that changes reality. Reality is Franklin Benjamin standing at the top looking down. And I know some of you are thinking,
When is he gonna stop talking? That's the best part! I don't have to! I've earned this time! I've earned this microphone! I've earned this spotlight! And I'll use every second of it! Because when you win like this, when you dominate like this, you don't rush, you savor it! You don't want me to come, but I'm gonna come! And I'm gonna shove it down your throat! And it's gonna be huge! No! It's gonna be all about the Benjamins and in the gods we trust! I'm Franklin Benjamin, and I approve this message.